We have to humble ourselves and know that it's in a woman to protect because she's already in you. She's already in a part of you that is vested, and she's trying to watch and look over that. And I appreciate those moments. I remember one day we were going into a place, and there was somebody like they were staring, and she said, I need you to go, and I need you to make a right. Well, I wanted to make a left. And sure enough, the person followed us on the left, and rest of that. I turned around while they followed. I said, baby, I was wrong. She looked at me and said, you gonna listen to me? What? Until that. But sometimes the man's ego gets to a place and they're like, that's really not. And sure enough, and certainly, it's one of those things, and we laugh about it. We have fun times about it. And the little things that we count as priceless, like for instance, this little bow right here that most people don't see as something. It is us being yoked together, us being put together, us being one. And critically speaking, if I can just say this, when the Bible says the two shall become one, it's a statement that's quite profound. Not the 15 shall become one. It's the two shall become one flesh. Is that we have learned, and I so appreciate this about her. She doesn't have groupies or cliques or clubs and all those other things. She has a tight-knit family, a very introspective, loving group of people, but she's her own person. And she doesn't have all these dependents and all these other things, and she can become one because she doesn't have these outside influences.
And I just want to add it, and that's so important because the only way you're really going to become one with someone, and I can share this with single people to have a flag, someone that has a lot of friends in their life, run from people. Not saying that you don't need friends, but when you just have a lot of people that you have to talk to every day, a lot of people that you just have to deal with, those people become a part of your marriage. And if you're not a strong person to be able to not, and especially you'll allow your mother, father, dad, brother, sister, cousins, friends, that and what people don't realize is that when you get married, that marriage is now your priority. Everybody else has to take a back seat, and that's where people really miss is that. And so in our preparation of that, everything shifts. Everything has to shift. And I think when people don't realize this is so and so I've known 15 years. That's fine that you've known so-and-so 15 years, but now that you have a new person in your life, this is what God honors, this is what God respects, and so I just value my relationship with God, that I really didn't need a lot of people in my life to value who I was. I knew who I was in God, so I don't have 10 people that are calling me up and they're mad if I don't return their call that day. So that gives us a lot of reason for us to be able to really be able to bond our friendship.
And then, you got to always be careful of the nosy people and the people that just want to be inquisitive. There are those, and you can't get away from them. And one of the things I think that was very protective about our relationship is that I had a number from Washington, D.C. for the last 10 years. In the purpose of wisdom and we're sharing, I said, I want to change that number. I want to make sure that there are not people just calling and being distractions because they take time away from you. You got to redefine your relationships because, when you're in a single mode, you're in a single mode. You got time to talk to everybody that wants to talk, or you have that. When it comes into that, it's defining very close relationships, very close people. And so you make sure you put away those things that can be distractions, because the enemy's job has always been to send a distraction. And not just one, but let one become many over time. And so we're very protective of our time, very protective of each other. And she ministers all over the world. She travels and blesses the kingdom. And, I feel 1,000,000% trustworthy of who she is as she goes. But one thing for sure, she will call me back and we'll talk and we'll make sure each other's, protected, and even afar, so that nothing happens. Even as she travels, I'm calling between, she's calling between, flights and the rest of that. And it's one of those relationships that I can just breathe. And that's very important, where you can sit back and enjoy a slice of pizza that we did the other night. It was really amazing. Pepperoni. We just said, we were at a place and they were it's a place that does reflexology. So there's like 8 people that then they're just doing some reflexology. So we're getting our feet kind of pounded on, all that kind of stuff, and just like that. That's all they're doing is the feet, working on the feet and reflexology. And one of the things I like about her, she's very health conscious. So we stop in. There's 6 other little things in there. television's there. We're watching. We're just talking. We're laughing. We're enjoying each other while they're pounding on our feet. We put our feet on and we go get some pizza, shoes on, and it's those simple things about it. It's the health conscious side of it. It's not let's go to church. Let's be healthy. Let's be wealthy. Let's be blessed. Let's plan. Let's enjoy. Let's create. And that all is important because, I've been preaching this for 24 years now, going on 25 years, and I enjoy this. But I want to enjoy it in a life, not just in a setting.
But the Lord gave me a word to say to you. He said to say to you that you can begin again. That you can begin again.
You can believe, you can be healed, you can be free again. For God is here, and He will make a way. You can begin again. You can begin again.
If you believe that, raise your hands like this.
You can begin again.